Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Last time, we went and completed all the remaining Halls of Tribulation, getting all of our jobs up to the new Legendary rank. Well, I didn't get them there, but we unlocked the ability to get them there, which I'm not going to bother with. And we also got some new loot, and got to beat the crap out of every other Asterisk boss again, along with a new one, Lady Emma, which was very impressive to see. However, today, we have something very special planned. I have put this off for, let's see here, this would be episode 69, nice. We did this at like episode 14, 15? So, a long time. A very long time. About 50 episodes or so. It was like 54-ish episodes of waiting for this to finally be covered. I wanted to do, like, a little bit of Bind and Divide occasionally throughout the series, and it just didn't work out that way. So, I decided I was going to condense everything I wanted to say and showcase about this game mode here in this one video for you all. Now, I want to go ahead and preface this. This will not be a full 100% guide on everything Bind and Divide. What I plan to showcase is getting to the maximum rank of S rank, showcasing as many of the game modes as possible, and where some of the really good cards are. If you want a full guide on how to get all of the cards, I will be posting a link to an amazing YouTube video in the description below. Please go check that out. That is the best video I can suggest on where to get all of the good cards, or all of the cards in fact, and it also provides you a really, really good strategy with your endgame cards on how to win pretty much any match you find. So if you want that, I highly suggest you go check it out. Please, it is a really, really good video. So with that said, here we are in the Gambling Hall where we obtained the ability to play Bind and Divide. Now, I played Bind and Divide a little bit whenever we first got access to it in order to get the Horton card, which we can see right over here. This is a really, really strong card. It is used in almost every single really overpowered deck, and it is something that you can get super early on, and so I've made sure to suggest it that you guys get it. Now, what exactly is Bind and Divide for people that do not remember? Let's take this old lady as an example here. So, setting up Bind and Divide by talking to an NPC with cards over their heads, you get this menu. Now, you can see on the left, with Seth, us, we can see our rank, our overall battle record, with our wins, losses, and draws, and we can also see our current points, which we can use to trade for cards that we can, if we win. We can see our total points earned, and our points that we need to get to the next rank. Again, the highest rank is S rank. We can see on the right here, the old woman, her current rank, her past results, and we can also see the additional rules. For example, no keepsies. You will not randomly lose a card when defeated, but you will also earn slightly fewer points. So there is no real risk to losing, but you won't get the maximum amount of rewards if you do win. Let's go ahead and back this out. I've already fought everyone here in the Gambling Hall, as this is kind of a tutorial area for you to learn how to play Bind and Divide. So where would I suggest you go next? Well, that actually would be Halcyonia. Now, a big thing I do want to mention is that the reason why I have waited this long, literally right before the final video of the series, the main reason for this is you cannot unlock every single potential Bind and Divide opponent until you've reached Chapter 7, which means burning the book. You have to do pretty much everything in the game. You unlock the final dungeon and prepare to fight the final boss, and that'll be whenever you get every single NPC possible. So I've waited this long because we're going to need to see all of these people. Now, because of that, only certain opponents will be available depending on your rank. So there are key opponents that have really good cards, and if you wanted to go and try and find them, they might not be available unless you reach a certain rank. So the best way to do this is by going to early game areas like Halcyonia and finding people that are your rank and basically just beating the crap out of them. And so that's going to be kind of what I do throughout this episode. It's just going to be me utilizing a deck and just kind of coasting through these ranks and showcasing how much, what you can do in certain situations. Let's just see what happens with this deck. I have not really touched this too much. Also, this would be the first time that I have gotten to S rank in a long time. The only time I've really gotten to S rank was for my test playthrough of this series, and that was about a year ago now of this recording, which is crazy. I'm recording this in December. Let's go ahead and start with a Aqua Element. Now, something that I enjoy doing, actually, let's do a Sahagin. I enjoy playing the corners, because enemies, our opponent can really only cancel out our tiles rather than capture them. And so by playing the corners, we can overall just kind of give ourselves a bit of a wide berth, a better room for error. And so we can play against them a little better. Now, they have a Orpheus card, which we do too. So our Goblin is hindered here. What I can do is play the corner. Actually, let's go ahead and see if we can't set up for something a little silly in the meantime. We might lose that southeastern card right there, potentially. Yeah, we did. That's okay. We got canceled out. That's okay. Let's go ahead and set up our own Orpheus, just so we can get some ground here. Let's do it right here. I'm not going to be showing every single game of Bind and Divide that I play. I wanted to go ahead and get ourselves off the ground here, and then we will see where I go from there. We need to get rid of this Orpheus card, that way our Goblin is stronger. Okay, so what are they gonna play? They canceled out that card, which isn't great. Thankfully, we do have Horton in our back pocket, so I would like to be able to use him strategically. So let's place our Goblin card down here in the bottom right, play the corner, as usual. And then we have Horton in our back pocket. We might be able to capture something if this girl misplays somewhere. We could probably work with that. Something we can do is we could play Horton right here and just capture a few of these cards. Or I could do this. Yeah, let's play the Horton card right here. We'll be able to recapture that tile right there. And that'll give us this huge line to work with. Ooh, okay. Wasn't enough. Ooh, White Mage, though. Nice. We were able to win that. That gets us some points. Not very many, because of course, no keepsies. And the more spaces you occupy, the more points you'll get. And so we can see right here that they have a White Mage card with Cleanse, which we can go and see the details of. Cancels opponent's extended effect at random, one-time effect, triggered when placed. They have the Orpheus card, which you can get for free from Orpheus. And then they have the Freelancer card, along with a few extras. Freelancer, the long game. Cannot be strengthened until Card Binder is complete, at which point it is permanently strengthened. Very interesting card. Decent for the end game, but not really great beforehand. Go place it and just hope it kind of wins out at the later points. Let's go ahead and grab that. Again, I am not looking to grab every single card in the game. I am mostly here just to rank up as much as I can. Let's go see if we can find another opponent. Now, if you are curious, if you have not lost a single game and you got that free Orpheus card from Orpheus during the Shirley questline, you will need approximately 3,268 points in order to claim every single B&D card in the game. So, yeah, you'll be here for a while if you intend to do that. Now, obviously, if you go for opponents that don't have the no keepsies rule, and go for opponents that have rules that will increase the amount of points you'll get, obviously things will go a bit faster. But yeah, this is going to take a little bit. Ooh, a Lady Emma card. Scorched Earth. We have seen that before, all the way back. Basically just poison tiles. I would rather us get rid of that as soon as possible, so we don't have to worry about the Scorched Earth. Okay, what's this lady gonna do? Okay, I guess while she's doing her turns, Shirley there, fun, there is actually some unused voice lines for Seth regarding Bind and Divide, where he was originally going to like say the name of the card game and say a few extra key things, which makes me think that originally this was going to be a voice-acted minigame, but that just didn't end up happening. So I'll go ahead and play that voice line for you here.
You're in a bind now. Bind me, would you? Time to divide. You're dividing me? I'm moving up in the world. Bind and divide.
Man, almost a clean sweep of the board, 14-1. That lady did not stand a chance. That kid was way better at this game than she was. 16 points. She has the Monk card here, which is actually quite good, along with the Grizzly having 3 spaces that can also be buffed. You have a Beast buffer. The Sylph isn't too bad either, but the Monk... Effect counter. Opponent cannot see this card's token. When opponent places a character card, that card's effects are cancelled and all of its non-base squares become yours. This is a very, very strong card that can be utilized to really mess with your opponent's game plan. Let's go ahead and grab that. I'm actually going to go ahead and rematch her so I can see if I can't grab that Grizzly. She's also giving us some decent points, so I'm just going to keep fighting her. There we go, got myself a Grizzly card. Perfect. And let's go ahead and see if we can't find someone else to beat up on. Over by the Halcyonia Jail is another guard we can play with. Now he has a new rule set for us. Adding rules increases the fun. If you see any unfamiliar extra rules listed on the confirmation screen before a game begins, you can select view rules to get more details. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Let's try that again. First past the post. It will be possible to win by being the first to occupy 15 squares. This will also earn a small points bonus. And also no keepsies is still there, so we will get a point bonus if we win first past the post, but we will also get a point penalty for no keepsies just being in play here. So let's go ahead and do battle. Because we want to try and get as many spaces as we can, I'm going to just chuck a bunch of really space-hungry cards onto this deck and see how well that goes. I'm going second. Great. Alright, what's this guard gonna do? 2 spaces in the corner with the Dag card. Effect, counter. Opponent can see this card. Triggered when one of your squares is flanked. Causes the flanking to affect this card's base square instead. Interesting. So we'll need to keep an eye out for that. Let's go ahead and play our Monk counter. And you know what? Let's see if we can't... Actually, no. We'll hold off on that. And we'll play our... Let's play our Grizzly. Get some points over here on the corner. Ooh, they're playing aggressive. Coming over to me, huh? We could play Horton here now, but I think that would be a bad idea. Let's see if we can't try and bait them out here. Take that spot. Here comes the Monk counter. Counter is an extended effect that can be used to prevent the effect of an opponent's card from triggering when that card is placed. The token showing that this effect is in play is invisible to your opponent, meaning that while you can't control when they trigger it, they also won't be able to avoid it. If you're facing an opponent with some really tough cards, it can be a very useful technique. Another reason why it's vital to know your cards and the effects inside out. Let's go ahead and see what they do here. Ooh, they're taking the north end. We could try to take these 2 bottom cards by canceling them out, but I think that might not be a good idea. We could try to play aggressive here, but I feel like they're looking for a way to cancel me out. So I think what I'm going to do instead is take this northern card and see if they want to try and take my middle here. If not, I'm going to play Horton in there. Ooh, okay. Nothing yet, which is interesting to me. So I think it would actually be wise for me to play Horton here. It's just more cards, more coverage that they can't really use too much with. We're 1 space away from getting that immediate win. There's the Vanguard card, Fortify Position. Strengthens the squares to the left and right of its base square, regardless of their affiliation. One-time use. Makes it more difficult for us to capture that card. However, fortunately for them, they did not see me capturing and getting more cards. Reach 19 points in immediate victory. 27 points. Even with the no keep seas penalty, we still get lots of extra points. You can also look to see what we can get here. Unfortunately, nothing too crazy. If anything, that Vanguard card might not be a bad idea to grab, so let's go ahead and get it. I'm going to go ahead and keep playing this man again until I rank up. There we go, counter that DAG card, removed it completely. Took that space for my own, which will let me capture this. Now, this is a little reckless. I'm all over the place right now. Easy counters. But we'll see how all this goes. He's taking that side of the wall. I can definitely remove this with Grizzly for sure. Yeah, I don't want this man to set up. He's gonna keep trying that again. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up my Orc and capture those points for myself. Now again, this is really bad. There's a lot of open spaces here. Okay, 2 captures, well, counter and 2 captures. That doesn't matter because I can just play this and win the game. Hey, there we go, a rank up to C to B. You've reached rank B. You can now take on opponents of this rank. 500 points to the next rank. You know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and take both of these cards. Why not? See ya, buddy. You've won all of your opponent's cards from them. You can now choose to apply additional rules when playing against this person. That is something that I do want to go ahead and mention. If you're ever curious on if you've taken a card from, if you've taken every card from someone, go to the bottom right and see if there is an unlock symbol. If there is, you have taken all of the cards that they can possibly give you. If there is not an unlock symbol, that means that they have a card that you need. So that's an easy way to tell. This lady was not originally available. Let's go ahead and see what you're all about. Rank B. I suppose you're ready to move up a rank now, aren't you? Well, so am I, and I won't let you stand in my way. Let's go ahead and see what you're all about. No additional rules. This is just purely 1v1. Using this deck honestly hasn't been too bad, so let's go ahead and just see what happens. I do prefer to go first with this deck though, so I can immediately play my Monk card, which actually I'm going to do right here. Even though it is in danger, I don't think it will actually be captured anytime soon. Or if they decide to play a character card, then they are going to get punished. Oh, like that, Bernard. We're just going to go ahead and take that, and there we go. Don't need to worry about that anymore. I should have read what it said, but we'll be fine. We'll definitely be seeing that card again. Let's go ahead and play this card. That way we have a little bit more time. Neutralization overrides flanking. I believe we've already talked about this. And they decided they wanted to play in a new territory. That's fine by me. Because what it'll allow me to do is strengthen my own while also taking a shot at theirs. Now, again, I do have some blank spots here. But hopefully they don't see them. Looks like they're doing their own thing right now. I think what I'm going to do is take some pot shots at the very top of their setup right there. Have them on the run. I still have Horton in case I need to panic change something. There's White Mage, cancels the opponent's extended effect at random. Don't have any of those, so we're fine. And then, let's see if we can't take down these 2 remaining cards here. Gives us some breathing room. Okay, well we can play Horton right here and capture a bunch of their extra cards. There we go, 16-1. Easy peasy. 27 points. Now, let's see what that Bernard card does. They also have the Thief card. Bernard, co-opt card. Switches the target of the effect of the opponent's next card from yourself to your opponent or vice versa. If the card does not have a targeted effect, its space square becomes yours. It basically just stealing a space from us. And then the Thief card, counter. Opponent cannot see this card's token. When this opponent plays a card with a stay hand effect, its effects are cancelled and the card base square becomes yours. Another counter-based job card, pretty decent. This is the Orc Leader here. I mean, I guess we could go ahead and take both the Thief cards. Why not? Adding to my collection. What do you say we back out of Halcyonia here? We've been here for a while, doing card games left and right. I think it's best if we take a look around the other areas and see who else we can go up against. Let's take a visit to good old Wiswald and see what we can find here. Now we're looking for some B rank players, that way we can get the most out of this. They're ranked C, so let's pass on them. I wonder if any of the wizards in the Institute are slacking on their jobs and want to play some card games. My guess is probably not, but might as well check around. Well, looks like someone is slacking after all. What are you? You're rank B, perfect. How about playing with a couple of extra rules? Make it a wee bit more interesting. No keepsies and wraparound are my favorites. We don't know what wraparound is. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Occupying a square that would be beyond the edge of the board results in a square on the opposite side of the board being occupied instead, earning a small points bonus. So this is kind of like a game of Pac-Man, where if you go off one edge of the map, you come out the other end, and now it's just with the cards as well. There are a lot of really cool rule sets in this game, and this is why Bind and Divide, in my opinion, is one of the best card games that Square Enix has made in general, along with Triple Triad, Tetramaster, and especially now Queen's Blood. This is honestly just a really, really fun card game that does kind of get shafted a little bit, in my opinion. Outside of the initial quest to unlock it, I don't really think there's great rewards for playing this game other than it's just fun to collect stuff. And we'll be talking about the reward for collecting all the cards and everything in a little bit. And honestly, it really isn't anything too exciting. But hey, we're having fun, aren't we? Let's go ahead and place this card down here. As we can see, the wraparound gimmick is working. You can kind of see how it functions here. Another better example would probably be the Vest. We can see that it is going to make things a little chaotic, for sure. We're going to place things normal here for right now. Galahad card. That is our Fortified Position, which is a permanent effect. Whenever a square is neutralized, another square is selected at random and strengthened regardless of affiliation. That can be a blessing or a curse. I think what I'm going to do is set up some weird formations right here with the Wolf card, and build off of our bottom right corner strategy here. Ooh, was not expecting a big line right there. That's not ideal. But I mean, I can play this and capture back that line, but that could put me in danger. I'll do it anyways, just as a initial starting point. We'll see what happens from here. There's the Galahad Fortified Position card playing its gimmick. Let's see if I can't capture a bunch of these cards at once. There we go. We've got a huge line right here, which is both a blessing and a curse. We can easily switch us around here. Yeah, that's a lot of captures. I think it would be best for me to go ahead and capture this bottom row here. That way we don't have too many blind spots. We still have one, but we can work around it. Orton's gonna have to come and clutch here. Yeah, they saw the blind spot. Ooh, the Ranger card. Scorched Earth. Oh boy, here we go. Anyways, we can go ahead and capture this card placement right here, which will then give us more captures. And now all we have to do is just hope that they do not capture anything else, which is very possible. Okay, we barely made that. Get ourselves 24 points. Ooh, a Golden Bear. So she also has the Horton card if you're so inclined to grab it somewhere else. Honestly, the Golden Bear isn't too bad, but I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and pass up on these for right now. And see if we can't find someone else to play. This one scared me a little bit. Let's see here. Anyone inside of here? Ooh, hello. Ooh, rank B, young man. I fancy a wee hand of first past the post. You up for it, pal? Sure, my current deck is built specifically for that, so let's do it. I get to play first. Let's go ahead and grab this. Don't mind the fact that the world is technically about to end. I'm playing my dang card games. I want S rank, damn it. Ooh, the Lily card. Ill breeding. Weakens plant and insect cards regardless of affiliation. Don't have any of those right now, so we do not need to worry about that. Honestly, I might just go ahead and just take her card right there. Gives us a blind spot, but hey, I'll take the capture. If we just get to 15 points, we don't need to worry about that. Yoink! 14 spaces. Let's see if he's got anything he can pull out. If he has those 2 spaces, that is all my stuff taken. Ooh. White Mage, okay. Got you on the ropes now, kid. Oh, you've got me on the ropes. Well, I win anyways. Hee hee. Horton card is very overpowered. There we go. 34 points. Ooh. Rock, Tortoise, Asp, and Kate C. Honestly, I might take this Kate C card. We'll grab the Asp as well. Okay, so I lost the game, and since we don't have no keepsies on, I might lose a card here. I lost Horton. That means I'm going to reset the game. Here's the lesson today, kids. It can't be gambling if you never lose. Let's try that again. There we go. Easy 15 right there. Let's go ahead and visit another town while we're at it. Maybe Savalon, the place where this all kind of started, has some new people for us. Hopefully. Maybe not? Guess we're about to find out. Anyone playing a stray card game out in the streets somewhere? Ooh, guards. Rank B, perfect. Wipeout, that's a new rule for us. From the 5th turn onwards, it will be possible to defeat your opponent by reducing the number of squares they occupy to 0, earning a small points bonus, with also no keepsies. So we can get point bonuses, and also we will constantly get a point deficit. Okay, with that, we are 1 victory away from rank A. Went around Rheimdall and Holograd, and while I found some interesting opponents to fight, I think staying here in Halcyonia and farming this 1B rank 4 guard is probably the best way to get to A rank easily. Since I've also taken all their cards, I have access to Wraparound and First to the Post, so we can get those extra bonuses. Go ahead and cancel out that Bernard with our Monk, get ourselves an extra space, perfect. Let's see what we can do with this now. I think it'd probably be best if we try to capture something, but I just don't know how I want to approach that. I could try to solidify my bottom right. Let's do that. Let's put some pressure on the top left here. And then let's try to keep our bottom right corner as solid as possible. Okay, they captured it, that's fine. Because I can try to remove those points. But let's go ahead and get a solid middle base here. Definitely, while they can still capture it, I don't think this person has any strong vertical cards. Yeah, some decent horizontal cards, but nothing too vertical. So we can easily eat up some of their spaces now. Giving ourselves an opening. Let's place ourselves right here. That'll put ourselves in a mean middle point, and if they can't find a way to capture us, then we can just place down a point and we'll be okay. Okay, that's definitely a little mean. If I could, I might try to find a way to place a Horton down somewhere where he could actually be useful. Right here wouldn't be too bad. That would give me 1, 2, 3 spaces to work with, I think. That would give me 13. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, that would put me at 13. That captures that point. This is still not my game. 11 to 10. White Mage is fine. It's not going to cleanse anything too important. We can then just capture this point, and we're at 14 to 7. Probably could have done something a little better here, but I'll take the 12 to 9 victory. I don't think that'll get us a rank up. No, it will. 100%. There we go. Rank A. Almost to S. We have 784 points to go. Alright, let's go see if we can find ourselves some A ranks. While he's not quite an A rank, there is an important NPC that I want to play B&D with. Yeah, we can play with Truff's friend. There's no such thing as a perfect deck. Sure, it all depends on how you want to play. Go all out on the attack or try to contain your opponent. Choice is yours. Now this guy has an interesting deck. I will just say that much right now. We'll see how it is in just a second. Hopefully I go... Okay, I am going second. That is actually what I want. We're gonna go with this deck. This is actually not a great hand to have against this guy, but we'll see how we do. Good old Mitch, what you got for me? You gonna play your card first? Aha, there it is, the Pictomancer card. Stay hand. Once placed, prevents any card that occupies 2 squares in addition to its base square from being played, which is literally everything I have except for 1 card. So basically, it's like, okay, I need to get rid of this thing now, or I can't play the game. The unfortunate part is, I don't have a way of actually destroying this card. So this kind of gives you an idea of how annoying some of these cards can actually get. So because of this, I'm going to have to forfeit the game. Hopefully, if I lose any cards, I'll just reset the game, but hopefully I don't have to worry about that. Oh, well, none of you saw anything, right? Right. Okay, there we go. We get to play first. I've actually put some more aggressive cards in this deck that can actually deal with that Pictomancer. He's very likely going to play it his first turn, so we're going to start out swinging. Let's go ahead and build ourselves in this bottom left corner. And is he going to send out his Pictomancer card? There it is. Pictomancer. Let's go ahead and get rid of that boy. Let's bring out our monk. That way we can deal with any potential issues with the effects. Oop, there's ill breeding. Unfortunately, I don't think we have to deal with that at all. Nope, we don't. Perfect. So then, let's go ahead and set up our, kind of like a big L right here. What do you got for us, Mitch? Okay. It's not too bad. Let's go ahead and place Elvis's Vanguard right here. Capture these 2 points and strengthen these 2 flanks. Unfortunately, I only get 1, but that's okay. Okay. A square. I can definitely capture that with Horton, for sure. And that'll get me 5 points. Right? No, that'll give me 4 points. And then, actually, no, let's just do this. No, yeah, okay, I was right. It will give me 5 points. There we go, 16 to 1. What else you got, Mitch? That's just a one-placer. Sorry, buddy. I don't really think you have much you can do to me here. Alright, if he can somehow catch up from 17 to 1, I'll be impressed. Not quite, buddy. I have a lot of extra points from just not buying anything. Yeah, 462. Give me that, please. Give me this as well. I guess I'll go ahead and take the Anti-Hal card as well, just as for posterity's sake. Perfect. Now that's all I wanted to do here in Inderno. So let's go find another victim. Another annoying opponent that has access to the Pictomancer is this young man, I believe. He is rank B, again, not great for us, as we do want to fight rank A opponents, but let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I think this guy also has the Pictomancer card, so we'll need to play careful, and let's use the same deck. And hopefully everything goes well. I think that's a Pictomancer. Yep, it is. Perfect. Let's go ahead and play our Monk card to cancel it out. We can also deal with any character effects that come on the board. Yep, like that Lonsdale card right there. Perfect. Go ahead and counter it. It is now our space. And then, I don't really have a reason to strengthen my card right now. So let's use the Orc Leader here and just go ahead and get rid of this guy's tiles. What I'm gonna try and do is strengthen this top right corner here and make it very difficult for him to try and flank me. Okay, so he's not even paying attention to that. I mean, that's fine with me, I guess. We can... actually, I could play Horton here, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna go ahead and extend ourselves a little bit here to the left. Kind of bait him into doing this. He's not taking the bait. Okay. Well, I could swap to Horton, convert all of these cards. This will give him an in, which is a little dangerous, but we've got a few strengthened cards, and I can play this as a last-ditch effort. Nope, Marla is not going to do much for you there, buddy. Okay, well, we'll just play Elvis and win the game. Perfect, 14-6. 23 points, we still have 700 to go. Ooh, these are some really nice cards. Let's go ahead and see what the Lonsdale card does. Reinforce. Weakens any of your opponent's cards that can occupy 3 squares in addition to their base squares. and strengthens any of your cards that can occupy 2 squares in addition to their base squares. I'm definitely taking that, and I definitely want these 2 as well. Honestly, I might take the Minotaur, and I guess I can take Marla. I'll just take all of them, why not? They're all mine now, buddy. See ya. Hey, here's someone new for us here in Wiswald. Let's see what you're all about. Rank A? I've got my heart set on reaching rank S. How about we play a game of Wipeout so you can help me get there? Oh, Mr. Confident hasn't won anything, lost or anything, or drawn. Why not? Let's go ahead and edit our deck real quick and see if we can't do something a little silly. Alright, who's going first? Looks like they are. Let's go ahead and pull out this deck, see if Lonsdale can lead us to victory. Bonus turn, here we go. My plan is to pull the Monk card first. Ooh, okay. Reinforce strengthens all job cards regardless of affiliation. Oh, that's nice. My plan is to pull out the Monk card first, which unfortunately, this would put me in a bit of an awkward situation, so let's just go ahead and play it like we would normally. And then afterwards, I'm going to play the Lonsdale card so we can buff the remaining tiles we have. Black Mage. Alright. Now the plan is we play the Lonsdale card. That boosts the remaining cards we have outside of Horton. There's the Pictomancer card. That's fine. We are not beholden to that anymore because we've got more than just 2 tiles. Though I do want to get rid of this Pictomancer card as soon as possible, so let's go ahead and just cancel it out for right now. We do need to be careful of the wipeouts. Oh, there's the Oracle card. Opponent cannot use Plant, Undead, or Demon cards next turn. It does not bother me at all. We'll see if we can get rid of this Black Mage card. Unfortunately, we cancel out a few things, and we're a little open, more than I'd want to be, but I think we'll be okay. There we go. The north end is a little scary, but I don't think they're gonna be able to do anything. Reinforce, once placed, triggered when opponent occupies more than 10 squares. Strengthens your job cards. That's not too bad if you are trying to pull up from the rear, but we don't need to worry about that. So let's just go ahead and place this Horton card anywhere, and we win. 12-6. 26 points. We can go ahead and try and take some of his cards here, which he's got a lot of stuff here. Let's take the Oracle card, and let's take the Beast, this Berserker card. Why not? Honestly, he didn't really give me too many points because he was just Wipeout. I might have to go back to farming in a second, but let's see if we can't find any more new people at least. A new Savalonian Guard wants to play with us now that we've reached rank A. Cards that are considerably more powerful become available when you reach rank A, allowing you to tailor your approach depending on the circumstances. No additional rules, so let's see what he's all about. I think we'll go with what we had earlier and adjust our strategy accordingly depending on what he actually has. There's Beastmaster, we know that card. We can actually go ahead and play Horton real quick, just to cancel it out. And now we're left with all of these very strong cards, as long as Lonsdale doesn't go down. I was about to say, maybe I'm about to eat my words, but nope. We're good. Oh, both of the random tiles were ours. Perfect. I want to be able to protect Lonsdale so I can keep these buffed cards. So let's do this. All the cards on the field are mine, so we get the Fortify Position bonus. Alright. Galahad goes again. Buffs our cards. Perfect. There's the Spearmaster, which is Scorched Earth. Really do not like that. Really, really, really do not like that at all. Let's try and keep it to where they have no tiles whatsoever. That way they can't really perform any flanking. And see where we go from there. I'm gonna lose a lot of tiles very quickly, but okay, we lost Lonsdale. This sucks. Okay, but we're only going to lose 2 tiles for Scorched Earth now. Let's go ahead and just try to preserve our box here. We'll lose our tiles, which is okay. I don't think he'll be able to take this away from me. Yeah, okay, cool. 8-2. That could have gone a lot worse than it did, but we're fine. Only 16 points. Ooh, okay. Shield Master, effect default. Card is returned to your hand at the end of the turn. Effect triggered only when you are playing first and only once per battle. This is a very strong card if you are playing first. So we're definitely grabbing that. The Fully card here strengthens all undead and demon cards regardless of affiliation. I think I'll pass on that. There's also the Gladys card, No Man's Land. When this card is placed, 5 opposing squares and 2 of your squares are selected at random and neutralized, as well as this card's base square. This is an excellent card if you are losing, and you just need to remove as many tiles in a panic as possible. If you are in no need of this card, and you still have it in your deck, you can always just leave it for last and then pass your last turn. That is a very viable strategy. We're definitely going to want to take the Shield Master card, though. Okay, so I don't think I've gone over the Black Mage just yet. So its effect is territorial gains. Every square neutralized during your turn results in you occupying a square above this card's base square. Ignores neutralizations caused by this card's effect. This is one that I definitely want, as now since we are in A rank, I'm going to start trying to build towards my favorite farm strategy so we can get to S rank even easier. And also farm some points, that way we can get the cards we want even easier. Pretty easy victory against the kid here in Savalon. Getting us 14 points was not bad, but we are here for the Black Mage card. We do not need anything else. I have returned to this old man to get myself a Helio card. Why did I place it right there? Accidentally pushed A twice, I guess. Whoops. Yeah, he seems really surprised too. Yes, old man, now give me your cards. Give me that Helio card, thank you. Now the next place I want a card from is this guard right here in Rheimdall, rank B, so we could have fought her for a while, but I just haven't. Picking on the lower ranks, that seems like pretty accurate for me. Okay, playing first again. We could take advantage of that Shield Master again. I'm gonna try not to push A twice this time. Ooh, okay. Now, everyone's probably, well, okay, here we are. So, wanna know the main reason why I like Martha so much? This card right here. Well, there's obviously other reasons, but this card right here is one of the best cards in the entire B&D game. Territorial gains. At the end of an opponent's turn, a neutral square is selected at random and it becomes yours. It is an extended effect triggered when placed. This is such a good card, and we need to get rid of it as soon as possible. We do not want the Martha card out on the field for any period of time. Okay, what are you planning on doing this time? Dag, okay, we can deal with that. That isn't too scary. I think she's also probably lost most of her other cards, so we can just remove the Dag and have our monk there. If she has any other character cards, we can deal with that. Ooh, that was a lot. I don't think I can capture any of these too easily, so I might just have to start prepping for it. Let's go ahead and line ourselves up right here, put some pressure in the middle, and then depending on what they do, I might have to play Horton here. I could play Horton. That would give me some benefits, but let's go ahead and play our Shield Master right here. Regain this right side. Okay, that's fine. If I play Horton right here, I will get more cards than just the ones I'm capturing at the very top. Yep. Alright, what's our plan? Ooh, the Dragoon card, another very good one. That's the one I'm here for. Fortified position. When this card is used to flank, all squares that become yours as a result are strengthened. Again, that's fine, but we win regardless, as I'm just going to place my card right here. And we win 15-4. Now, we can get the Martha card from her, which is really good, but we're mainly here for the Dragoon. I'll come back for the Martha card here in a second. So, if you want my opinion for the best person to farm points against, it is this lady here in Rheimdall. So, let's go ahead and play her. Now, we've already made our deck, so let's go ahead and set up the battle. It doesn't matter if we get first or second. We are first in this case, which is fine with me. Let's go ahead and play deck 2. Now, Pictomancer and Helio are going to be our first 2 cards played. These are going to be incredibly important. Now, do remember that we do have to worry about the wraparound gimmick, so that is important to mention. Let's go ahead and play Pictomancer. 3 of her cards are now immediately shut down. Very good. She's most likely going to play her Bernard card that I know she has. She did not. Wow, okay. Well, let's go ahead and play Helio, and that'll lock out another one of her cards. That is her Bernard card. But now, at this point, she can't do anything. So we just kind of have our pick of the litter here now. She's forced to pass every single turn now. Go ahead and take down that card. That'll give us an extra space because of the Black Mage card. She passes again because she's forced to. And then we come in here with Oracle and just kind of play this wherever we want. That's a 15 victory. That gets us 50 points. This is probably the best way to farm your way to S rank, and also get some decent points while you're at it. She also has quite a few cards, so if you want to try and get her stuff, and just remove rules if that's something you're worried about, then go right ahead. Okay, here's us playing second, so for a second point of view. Again, our strategy will not change very much at all. So she'll go first. I'm assuming she's probably going to play Bernard first. No, she's playing Galahad. Okay, that's fine with me. Again, we are going to play this in the bottom right. That locks out 2 of her cards. And then we're going to play Helio next. There's the Black Mage card, which isn't great, but we can work with it. Play the Helio card. That leaves only Bernard left. Or whatever that was. She could have actually had me dead to rights there if she didn't do that, but you know what, whatever. Works for me. She's forced to pass now, and you know the drill from here. 14-1 victory. 47 points, not as decisive, because we didn't get the 15 victory, but hey, that's still really good. And you just keep rinsing and repeating. There is occasionally a scenario where you can lose a card here, but save off and then you'll be okay. Okay, this is potentially the last game before I reach S rank. Unfortunately, I'm playing defense, so there are a lot of things that can go wrong here. What's she gonna play first? Going for the Galahad, that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and do my standard bottom right strat. Removes 2 of her cards. Going to try and immediately play Helio. I'm assuming she's probably gonna play Black Mage. Yep, she's gonna play the Black Mage. That's fine, again. Play Helio. Okay, now comes the question of whether or not she gets smart. She did not. Alright, this is a win. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get rid of that space right up there. Get ourselves our own Black Mage space. Now we can start playing the game. Without her, of course. And then we can absorb this space again. 13-0. Not a perfect score, but one that'll definitely work. And with that, we have now reached S rank, the maximum rank for Bind and Divide. With 442 points to spare. So, now that we're S rank, we can now compete against every remaining opponent in the entire game. Now, the question is, which ones are worth going after? Well, I'll go ahead and note a few of them, and then I think we will wrap it up here today. First up on our list is someone that I don't think I would have normally pegged as a Bind and Divide player, but apparently he is. And he's got one of the best card collections to grab in the entire game. That being our old buddy, if I can talk to him, there we go. Our old buddy Dramed. He is actually very, very good to play against. And he will give you some very valuable cards, including the Martha one that we were talking about earlier. The next one I want to specifically mention is actually found here in Magmel, in a spot that I haven't really looked at yet. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So by this fairy who gave us a side quest all that time ago, if you walk just a little bit further, you'll be able to talk to this other fairy. I heard you were gonna fight the Knights Nexus. You must be super tough, like a hero or something. No, I just want your cards. I just want your stupid cards. This fairy can give you... If I'm not mistaken, this fairy is the one that will give you the Sir Sloan and Gravebearer cards. Once a long, long time ago, I played cards against a human warrior. Looking back, I think the game he showed me might have been an early version of B&D. If you want she has very exclusive cards that only she has. If you want access to those cards, better start fighting her. Now, there is one final NPC that I want to make special mention to, and it is someone that, honestly, I'm not surprised at all that they are into this game and are, in my opinion, probably the most dangerous opponent to go up against. In order to showcase this, I have to once again walk through the Serpent's Grotto. Good old memories of me going through this area countless times, and fortunately for me, this is still not the last time I'm gonna have to go through this place. The things I do for funny content. Because of course, why wouldn't she be? Martha is an avid B&D player. In fact, she is rank S. Surprised I've made it up to rank S, are you? Ha! There's more to me than meets the eye, you know. That is very true. I think Martha is probably the most dangerous opponent to go up against. And to close out today's episode, let's see how well I do. Alright, let the battle commence. I am going first. Perfect. I think that means I'll go with my Shield Master deck, which is still not really the most impressive thing in the whole world, but we'll make it work, I think. Hopefully. Alright, Martha, I'm gonna play my card right here. I'm sure she saw that coming a mile away. There we go. Get the card back. Ooh, surprised her there. Alright, what's she gonna do? Going for the Atom. Stay hand. For the rest of this battle, cards that can occupy 3 or more squares in addition to their base squares cannot be placed, regardless of affiliation. That is rough. We are now down 2 cards. Unless we were to apply our own permanent effect, which I cannot do. So that is bad. But that is okay, we can make this work. Let's just go ahead and play defensive. And we gotta play smart with our Horton card, because I think he's gonna be what ends up saving us the day. There's the Hellblade card. No character cards can be placed regardless of affiliation. Great. Never mind, Horton's down. We need to get rid of that Hellblade card. Okay, that gives us back Horton. Let's go ahead and send our Shield Master here. Just try to build up this bottom right as much as we can. Make it difficult for her to find a way in. Can't really do much with my Horton card, and I really hope that if I pass it, won't use it up. But somehow I'm paranoid enough to believe that it will. So, I could try to capture something, but that might give her an opportunity to retaliate. It might be best just for me to build up this side and just hope for the best. Okay, I've got 12 cards, she's only got 2. Apparently I have her on the ropes. Somehow I doubt that. The Berserker card, okay. Okay, we pass. Maybe I just win this off of safety? Oh! Let's go! She didn't play anything too scary. Ooh, okay. Well, so much for me saying that she's the most scary opponent to go up against. 12 to 8, I win. First try. 30 points, not too bad. And as we can see, she has quite the repertoire of cards. I don't know exactly what I want to get. Actually, I might be able to get everything. Not quite, but I can get most stuff here. Sure, why not? There we go. Came out here with a big haul, too. Perfect. And no, I'm not rematching her. No. I will keep my 100% win streak on her for as long as I can. That worked out perfectly. But yeah, that's about it for Bind and Divide. Obviously, I did not get to show off every single card, or collect every single card for that matter, but I gave as much of as I wanted to this game mode. It's fun, and I could be here all day playing it. It is, again, it's a very enjoyable game mode. So, one last thing to mention is the rewards for completing the card binder. There are a few of them. Now, the final reward for collecting all of the cards in the entire game is an accessory that is pretty good for the Vanguard job, but it is also an accessory that will boost your entire party's JP and Keeg amount equal to the number of games you've played of Bind and Divide, which is pretty useful if you are gonna try and level your remaining jobs, I guess. But the amount of JP orbs you'll be getting from just completing the Halls of Tribulation is probably enough for that. And you definitely do not need anything more than just the Growth at Golden Egg as it is. It's a nice collector's item, but I do not think it is nearly worth the amount of time and effort it takes to make it a very, very good item. If you want to go grab it, be my guest. But this is definitely where I'll be stopping our Bind and Divide adventure for today. So where does that leave us? Well, next time on Bravely Default 2, now that we're done with the game, I am going to boot up New Game Plus, and we're going to be talking about every remaining little thing I either forgot about or didn't discuss for whatever reason. And then we will end out with the ultimate super boss of the game and my final closing thoughts. Yeah, this adventure is finally coming to a close next time. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.